everyone! Today we're going to talk about how to sound natural when you speak English. First of all, we discussed in our previous videos that idiomatic expressions, it's just like way of expressing their personalities in the US or in England. For us it's really significant and really difficult because we need to know the backgrounds. We need to know the culture in order to reproduce the idiom. Today I would like to represent you the most important and maybe widely used idiomatic expressions and phrases from my personal experience, because I lived in the US and I traveled a lot and I studied in England. So these are the phrases which are widely used by native speakers. Let's begin. If you are interested in watching all video and knowing more about idiomatic expressions in the US and in England, please keep on watching us. Who brings home a bacon? This is a very famous idiom known by British people. It means who earns more money in your family, who makes more for the living.
Nancy!
Hello,
Nancy, dear.
Mrs. Connolly.
I couldn't help noticing that Alex left the house this morning while you stayed home.
I was downsized from my job.
Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm sure it's for the best. Let Mr. Rose get out there and bring home the bacon. I always thought it was strange your husband staying home while you were out there providing.
The second idiomatic expression, it's like to have your finger in too many pies, or to have your finger in many pots, which means you are involved into multiple actions and activities. You are as a spinning top. You are doing lots of different activities in your life, and you are as busy as a beaver or as busy as a bee. Then you think for a long time about something, and here the light bulb turns off, which means boom, the idea comes to your mind. Maybe you tried to think outside the box and you found exactly what you were looking for. You found for this specific piece of information. That's what it's all about. I want to sound like a stock record. You don't want to repeat yourself all the time, constantly to tell to your kids the same ideas, the same phrases, the same words.
You know I sound like a broken record, but we are buddies. You're my best friend, that's it.
No way, Jose. It's another possibility to say no.
Turn around, please.
No way, Jose.
There's nothing to write home about, which means it was not very interesting, it was not outrageous, and there's nothing even to highlight. It was boring and not so exciting.
Nothing to write home about.
Nothing to write home about. No need to bother, matron.
Everything will be rosy, which means everything will be cool and still. We will have bright days and we will come back to optimistic, resources again and again.
I think if one had been living in the 19th century and somebody had told you that 100 years later people were going to be living in this extraordinary wealth and comfort, with central heating and being able to throw away such a high proportion of our food as we do, we'd imagine that we'd be living in a state of extraordinary social harmony and everything would be rosy. And it's really quite remarkable.
To lead a life of sloth. Sloth, it's a very very cute animal, but these animals like sleeping a lot. That's why this word was taken to associate you with someone who is very lazy, who likes sleeping and not constantly working. So that's total opposite to the person who is like very busy and working hard. Let's think more and speak more about personality description. So if you find somebody's skills not so proficient and profound, and you want to call this person stupid, just avoid it, and you can be more specific and sound like native speakers. And you may say, he's acting as a brick, which means very stupid. If you work hard and you're exhausted, you might have splitting headache, because some of the ideas were mind-boggling, which means outstanding, really extraordinary and unusual.
No, just give you a splitting headache.
No, I've got a splitting headache, and your stupid hip-hop isn't helping.
There's 400 billion stars in the Milky Way alone, making the number of stars in the entire universe completely mind-boggling.
5 kegs of beer, 19 people. It's mind-boggling.
So, these are the phrases which will make you sound better and better. And this is a non-stop, continuous process. If you look similar to someone, or if you have identical twins, they are as similar as 2 peas in the pod. So if you would like to analyze someone and show that they look alike, just use this idiom.
Like 2 peas in a pod, we did everything together.
And finally, let's talk about lucky people in the world. Instead of calling the man handsome, we can tell and name him drop-dead gorgeous. For example, Brad Pitt, when he was young, he was drop-dead gorgeous. The son of the queen, he was born with the silver spoon in his mouth, which means that people are rich from birth, and they have all given to them from birth. They don't need to work hard to achieve some success and earn more money.
I know you probably think I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I'm no elitist.
And the last but not the least important is like bread in the bone. So if someone is bred in the bone, it means he has deep roots and he was born in this country and he knows the language of this country and his nationality, he belongs to this country. For instance, if someone tells you I'm bred and bone Canadian, it means his ancestors and his heritage is Canadian. If someone tells you I'm bred and bone Ukrainian, it means his heritage and he was born in Ukraine. Thank you very much for watching us. Please keep watching us and subscribe to our channel to know what's going on in the world and to learn specific English characteristics to make your English fluent and perfect, because there is no limit to perfection.